my paper with title Geographical Information System Model for Patient COVID. This research based on our observation that the victim of COVID-19 is rising day to day. Until now, there's about 1 million people infected by this virus. So the problem in Indonesia, especially for Indonesia, that we found there is no specific information about the victim or the COVID-19, and then the location, and then the facilities to support the managing of victim of COVID-19. This is a problem based on our observation. There is no integrated data information about the facilities, regions, and the victim of COVID-19. So we try to make a system that can use to help to integrate the information, the regional, and then the victim of COVID-19, and the facilities provide to support the victim of COVID-19. And we use geographical information system to support, to integrate it, to provide information victim of COVID-19. Okay, the first one we talk about the geographical information system. This is a system based on the partial information. Generally, GIS or geographical information system is defined as electronic system for arrest, storing, recovery, and analysis and so of spatial data. This is the uniquely of GIS, spatial data. And then information in geographical information system can used by different or by several kind of data. Kind of data. For example, we can combine the text information, image information, and sound information, and they can integrate it with one system. And then the uniquely of GIS is located by surface of Earth. Of information about regional victims can be make a relation to the surface of the Earth. And the other hand, we know this Google Maps can be used to support our GIS. Google Maps can be used to support our GIS system. That is a GIS geographical information system. And then the next one we talk about the model. The model is a representation of objects, things, or ideas in another form with its entity. The goals of model is to make easy to understand the description about the object. So in this research, the result of this research is the model of GIS to support victims COVID-19 models. Okay, and then I will explain about the research methodology in this research. The first step is identification problem. We make an observation and then to find problems about the COVID-19 or information. And then after we find the problems, so what kind of information that we provide as a solution for this problem. And then after we find information, find the problem and identification of information needs, and then we design what kind of model that can be support to help make integration data information for the victims COVID-19. And the last one is we design the GIS model for patient COVID-19. Okay, the result of this research is divided by three main part. The first one is data source, and the data layer, and the last one is about the GIS. Data source is the source of all of data. For the example, the first one is about the regional data spatial. The first one is regional data spatial. This is we can get this data from the GIS, from the Google Maps. And then the next data is patient COVID-19. This is information about the patient COVID-19. In this data, we can get the data information from the hospital, from the government. We can get this data. And the next one is about the information, hospital information. Yeah, hospital information for the public hospital and public or government hospital. And after we get the regional data, spatial from the Google Maps, and then patient COVID-19 data, and then hospital information, and we integrated all of the data in one integrated data. And then in integrated data, we can show in spatial data for GIS. You can show integrated data, convert the data to the spatial data in GIS. For example, we have data from one regional, such as Jakarta, and then in Jakarta, when we choose the map of Jakarta, and then we click by mouse in Jakarta, so the GIS can show the data about the victims COVID-19, the first one. And then the maps, when we click by mouse in Jakarta maps, so the system can show the facilities, hospital facilities in this regional. And then we can make comparison data about the one regional to another regional. For example, we can choose Jakarta and Surabaya to compare. How about the count of the patient COVID-19? And then we can compare about the number of hospital information about facilities in hospital. You can choose compare. And then for the citizen society, when their families or their neighbor as a victim of COVID-19 and then needs to information about the hospital, so the society or the citizen just only open the GIS system, and then they click the regional, for example Jakarta, and then they click by mouse and they can find the hospital provide the to support the victim of COVID-19. And then the patient can find what hospital provide for medicine for the victim of COVID-19. Hospital, the system can show information about the number of hospital, and patient and or the family of patient or society can find where is the hospital still have provide the medicine support for the COVID-19, because because the rising of the victim of COVID-19, some hospital cannot provide the services because they don't have enough resources, such a doctor or patient rooms, so they close the services. So by the system, the patient, the society can find the hospital near from their home, nearby their home, and then the society and or the patient family of the patient can find what kind of support medicine they need about the condition of the victims or their family. So the conclusion of this research is, this model for COVID-19 is very helpful for government to take strategies, steps to handle the spread of the COVID-19, and for the society can help to find what hospital provide the medicine support. Okay, thank you very much for your attention.